What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Water Juice channel. Welcome back to the retro Miami Dolphins rebuild here on Madden 21 on the PC. And this is episode number 4. Yes, number 4. I'm pretty sure it is. And we are back, start of season number 2. In the last episode, we did the season 1 off season. So if you guys want to go back and check that out, if you did miss it, make sure you do, because we did the full off season and we did the free agency, the draft, everything. We got the roster ready. And now to start season number 2, 2007 is upon us, and we have the 2007 draft class ready to go. So make sure you smash that like button, notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club, and let's get into the video. Alright, so here we are in week number 3, and we are in week number 3 because that's the first time you can import a draft class. So let's go check out the draft class that we have right now. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Jamarcus Russell, the projected number 1 overall player, number 1 pick in the draft. He did go number 1 overall in real life to the Oakland Raiders at the time, Oakland Raiders. So will he go number 1 overall this time? I have no idea. He's got a 6th-round grade on him from us, but he's a first-round projection. Then you've got Calvin Johnson, who's got a first-round talent, first-round projection. Obviously is going to be our number 1 pick if we get the first overall pick or a top 3 pick. So then you got Joe Thomas. We don't really need Joe Thomas because we drafted Andrew Whitworth, so Joe Thomas will be just a guy. You've got a guy like Adrian Peterson who could be a fantastic running back for us. We do need a running back to fill out the holes when Ricky Williams leaves. Ted Ginn Jr. is here. Jamal Anderson. Patrick Willis is here. We need a middle linebacker. Marshawn Lynch, another running back option. But there is one guy that if we can't get Calvin Johnson Jr., Megatron, there is one guy that I'm looking at that we probably will target as our number 1 need. We do need a corner very bad. As you can see, we have a C+ grade on our overall corner situation, so we do need a corner pretty bad. And Darrelle Revis Island is right here. He's got a first-round projection on him. I haven't scouted him yet, but he is probably going to be our number 1 or our first-round draft pick, depending on what kind of spot that we fall. But there's some other solid players in this draft. Reggie Nelson, Brady Quinn's here, Dwayne Bowe, Brandon Merriweather, John Beeson, Robert Meacham, Ben Grubbs, Greg Olson. So there's some pretty solid players here. Paul Posluszny, Eric Weddle. We could get some guys. Paul Posluszny is a 2nd-round projection. Eric Weddle is a 2nd-round projection. So we could fall to the 2nd round and get some of these guys. But here's what we're looking like for draft spots. So if you look to the left, we have currently 2 first-round picks, the 17th pick and the 31st pick. So hopefully we do bad enough to get a higher-up pick for ourselves, and the team that I have traded with for the 17th pick does bad as well. Then in the 2nd round, we have 3 2nd-round picks, the 4th, the 15th, and the 31st. The 3rd round, we have 2, the 23rd and 31st, and then the 4th, we have the 23rd pick. So that's all the picks that we have currently. I haven't traded for any other picks, but that's what our current draft situation is looking like. We have no late-round picks, no 5th, no 6th, no 7th-round picks this year. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to go by this season number 2 very quickly. It might take only this episode and then the next episode, maybe the off season. I don't know. That's probably how I'm going to do it, though. But taking a look at the squad for the start of season number 2 here. We've got Jason Taylor in his massive contract. We've got Sam Madison in his massive contract. Ricky Williams is here. Nobody else really costs that much. Zach Thomas doesn't really cost that much anymore. Let's sort it by massive contracts. So Sam Madison cost the most. Then you got Jason Taylor. Then you got Junior Seau, who's dropped a lot. He's 37 and 77 overall. I wonder if we could end up possibly getting somebody new for him. Trade somebody and get somebody for. I don't know why I couldn't put a sentence together there. That's what I'm going to do first, because he's 37, 77 overall. He's not really going to do much. I mean, no disrespect. I love the man, Junior Seau. Rest in peace. But If we could possibly get something for him. Eagles are interested. Packers, Raiders, Saints. Okay, let's start with the Eagles. They were the first team up. So they need a right outside linebacker. Now, what do we need from the Eagles? We're obviously, you know what? I might as well try it. Is this going to work? No, no shot. No shot this is going to work. Do we do it? Do I trade for Terrell Owens? He's 33. That might not be the move, though. And he's making 6.7. So we'd save a little bit of money. Brian Dawkins is old, too. All their guys are old. I mean, I could get draft picks, probably. All right, I'm going to come back to that. What else do we have? Who else was interested? The Packers are interested. Can we get Brett Favre? He's 37, so we'd be trading 37-year-old players. I might as well try it. All right, I just wanted to see how easy it would be. Donald Driver. I'm not seeing anything on the Packers that I like. The Raiders. The Raiders. All right, so it's easier to get T.O. than it is to get Randy. What about Charles Woodson? He's 30, but even harder to get Charles Woodson. All right, I see how you... I still laugh every time I see that picture. Oh, man. All right, so what do you have that I need? Marquise Colston, we could get him pretty easy. What about the Saints? Jonathan Joseph. He's only 22, making 1.7 million. That could be something pretty good. Joe Horn, 34. I don't know. Do we get T.O.? That'd be a splash. I don't know if that's a good move though, because he's making 6.6 million, I think. And he's 30-something years old. Is that the right move? Let me go back to the Eagles. The Vikings were also interested. What do the Vikings have that I would possibly want? Kevin Williams, Antoine Winfield, Darren Sharper. Nate Burleson, maybe? Antoine Winfield obviously would be a nice player to have. Let me go back to the Eagles. Do they have another linebacker that they could possibly throw in alongside T.O.? Anthony Schlegel. They just took him in the draft. Dahani Jones is 28. I guess I could take Schlegel and put him at linebacker. Because who do we have at linebacker? We got Vrabel, Channing Crowder, and Zach Thomas. Eddie Moore, and then this guy. We need linebacker is a big issue. 37, making 13.1 million. We can get T.O. This is tough. He's 33 though. Is it worth it at this point to get T.O.? Is there anything else that I could trade them that they would want to get T.O.? Do you want Reggie Howard? They do want Reggie Howard. Now I gotta think on this. I gotta think on this. This is tricky. I didn't think this would be the situation that I'd be put in. I don't really have anything else that they would want. Do they want Vrabel? They don't want Vrabel. Is there anybody in free agency that fits those positions that is a decently overall? Their top need was like right outside and left outside. There's nobody there. Corner, 68 corner is not going to do it. They need a center. Is there any centers that are available? A 66 center is not going to cut it. A wide receiver, 65, no, 64. Free agency is not the move. Free agency is not the move for this. And I don't have anything that I could trade him. We might just not be able to get him, I guess. I mean, we don't need T.O. It'd be nice to have, obviously. 37. Do I get rid of the contract? I think that I do. I gotta get rid of the contract. So now we go. Who's got a worse pick? The 16th pick. The Packers were next. They have the 30th pick. The Raiders, 21st. The Saints, the 11th. And the Vikings with the first pick. So I know that the Vikings are probably not going to have the first pick throughout the season. What is their roster looking like? Oh, they got a decent roster. They're probably not going to have the first pick all the way through the season, so it's not even worth giving up that many assets for it. But the Raiders with the Saints with the 11th pick. Where'd the Saints go? There they are. The Saints with the 11th pick. What's their roster looking like? Now they may fall. They may fall in the draft. Straight up. Alright, that... Okay. What about if they give me Jonathan Joseph along with a couple picks, a couple late round picks, like a 4th and a 5th? They don't like that at all. Oh, they value Jonathan Joseph a lot. Okay. I didn't realize that they value Jonathan Joseph that much. Is there anybody here that they don't value that much? I didn't expect them really to value Jonathan Joseph that much. I mean, he has 22 and 79 overall, or 76 overall, so I can see why they value him so much. It may just be picks. It may just have to be picks. And then you throw in like a linebacker or something. Tommy Hendricks. Cedric Hodge. Will you give me Cedric Hodge and a couple of draft picks? How about I try that 4th and 5th? A 4th and a 6th. Just a 4th. Wow. So you won't even give me Cedric Hodge and a 4th round draft pick for Junior Seau. I mean, I know that he's kind of old. How about straight up picks? Okay. So what about if I do this? That makes it worse. So if I can get a 4th, a 5th, and a 6th, all from the Saints, that'll be pretty good. I'm just going to need a... If I give you a 7th round pick next year. So if we do this trade, we dump a lot of cap. We run into about... We go from 18.6 to 27.2. This will probably go through. And then I guess we just sign somebody out of free agency. Plus, we could always trade these picks next year. Yeah, let's do it. Let's trade Junior Seau. Oh, they declined it. I bet a 6th round pick next year will go through. Trade accepted. Junior Seau and a 2023 6th round pick for a 4th, a 5th, and a 6th from this year's draft. And that frees up a lot of cap space. That's good. We now have $27 million in cap space, and I need to sign somebody to fill out the roster. Rocky Boyman. Rocky might be the move. Quentin Caver? He's 64 overall, 26 years old. Yeah, let's just get Rocky Boyman. Sign him to the roster. Perfect. All right. And then I might need to move a linebacker around. Because right now, Mike Rabel's our only right outside linebacker. We got a lot of left outside linebackers, so let's move Boyman to the right. We move Boyman to the right. He might not start over Vrabel, but still. It's just nice to have another right outside linebacker. He's not better than Vrabel, so Vrabel will be our starting linebacker, 31. But that's all right because we freed up some cap space and we have some more draft picks now. So let me go to the roster and show you guys the draft picks. We have... Oh, it was Kansas City that I traded for that first round pick. So now we have 3 seconds. We have 2 fourths, a fifth, and a sixth. So now we have some late round picks to kind of fall back on. Maybe if we get later in the draft, we decide to trade back for next year picks because I only have 4 picks next year. So we may need to trade some of those picks for picks the following year. But I think that's enough messing with the roster for right now. I'm probably going to keep Jason Taylor on the roster and Zach Thomas on the roster for maybe this season and then trade them in the offseason. Maybe I don't really know yet. But let's continue to simulate, and I'll see you guys when I decide to cut back in. All right, guys, we're back here, and this team is good, kind of, for some reason. We are currently sitting in the 5th seed in the AFC, going up against the 4-seeded Jets currently in the playoff picture. Why? Why is this team 8-5 right now? We're tied for the division lead against the Jets right now. Why? What is going on? Why are we good? I don't understand why we're playing so well. We have a horrible quarterback. A.J. Feely and Joey Harrington are our 2 quarterbacks. I mean, this team should not be as good as it is. We have some good players progressing. Vernon Davis is a 74 now. Whitworth is a 79. Jahari Evans is an 81 now. Donald Penn 77. So a lot of our good young rookies. Cameron Wicks is 73. Tom Bahali 73. A lot of our good young rookies are progressing pretty well. AJ Hawk up to a 71. So it's looking good for our future. I mean, Bethea's a 73. Why? I don't understand why this team is good. Let me check the draft picks real quick. I didn't get to check. It went by too fast. So currently we're sitting at the 13th pick and the 26th pick, which is not good enough to get Calvin Johnson. So, okay. I can deal with that. I can deal with not having Calvin Johnson. What's going on? Not transactions. What's going on with stats? If it would let me pick. There we go. So what's going on with stats? A.J. Feely, almost 3,000 passing yards, 27 touchdowns, 8 picks. Okay. Ricky Williams, 723 rushing yards, 5 touchdowns. Bruce Berry, for some reason, has 4 touchdowns, and Ronnie Brown has 1. David Boston almost has 1,000 receiving yards and 12 touchdowns. So we're playing good. 100 tackles for Zach Thomas. 2 sacks. We're playing good, but it's just surprising that we're playing so good. Devin Hester, I think he's up to a 60 now. He's got 557 kick return yards. We're playing good, but it's weird. Like, we shouldn't be playing good because of the team that we have. Chad Pennington is in the lead for the MVP. That is something that I would never say. I never thought I would say in my life. Coach of the year, are we in here? Or is our coach in here? Brian Flores is in here at 8. Let's go to the AFC. Chad Pennington is in the lead for Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, Justin Smith. Do we have anybody? Jason Taylor's here. Do we have anybody in Offensive Player of the Year? No, we don't. What about Rookie of the Year? We don't have any rookies playing well. Vernon Davis is there at 8. That's pretty good. Reggie Bush is leading. Antoine Bethea, there we go. He's leading Defensive Rookie of the Year. All right. And then Tom Bahali's right there at 7. Best quarterback, for some reason, is not Chad Pennington, even though he's in the lead for Offensive Player of the Year and MVP. Somehow it's Tom Brady. All right. And A.J. Feely is in 6th for the best quarterback in the league. Take a bath. Fred Taylor. Ricky Williams, best running back. Best wide receiver, David Boston. Best offensive lineman. No, we don't have any best offensive linemen. That's all right. Best defensive lineman is Jason Taylor. Linebacker. No. DB. No. Kicker. Oh, yeah, we did have Lindo Mare down there at 9th, I think, right? Yeah, 9th. And then best offensive player. All right, so it's a weird one. If Chad Pennington wins MVP, that's going to be weird. It looks like the Chargers are moving. The Bolts bid farewell to their old home. Los Angeles fans I've talked to say they're losing an old friend this weekend as the Chargers play the last game in their old home. I don't know about that. There's really no Chargers fans. I don't know who you're talking to. But the LA Chargers are moving. All right. That's interesting. Didn't see that coming. I wonder where they're moving. I have no idea. Is it going to tell me on news? If I go to, not top story, is it going to tell me where the Chargers are moving to? I have no idea. I'd probably have to scroll too far. I have no idea where they're moving to. But I stopped at week 15 because it's a matchup against the Ravens, which have Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and Jamal Lewis and all those guys. So I figured you guys would want to see that. So we're going to jump in here to get some gameplay in before the end of the video. 8-5, man. I don't know how we're 8-5, but let's jump into the video. Make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more. I'll see you guys in the game. All right, here we are. 2-minute warning, second quarter. We are leading 13-3 on the 5-8 Baltimore Ravens, and I threw almost a pick because I'm still not used to using these buttons. It's still a little bit confusing for my brain to connect my hand to this Xbox controller. I'm still trying to press PlayStation buttons, so let's see if A.J. Feely can throw a dot, and he can't throw a dot in the end zone. 3rd down and 10. We've got to be able to get some sort of points here before halftime if we want to win this game, which, I mean, we're 8-5. We might as well win this game. I'm going to throw. That's a bad pass. Feely, where are you throwing that? A.J. Feely. What are we doing? What kind of throw was that? I mean, I put it in a spot, but not that spot. All right, we got to return this punt. We get a chance to use Devin Hester for the first time this season. And they're not going to give it to Devin Hester. All right. Thought we were going to be able to get to use him. But we are down by 1 here. So now I kind of want to win this game. I'd rather be 9-5 than 8-6, especially at this point. So I'll dot this to Chambers. Got leveled by Ray Lewis. All right. That's not what I want to see. Not what I want to see out of my man. But A.J. Feely cannot hit the dime, apparently. Let's hot route Chambers, give him a slant route to give me a little bit of a check down in case something I don't like here. I'm going to have to hit it anyway. Chambers can't hit it off his hands. All right, so we may not win this game because I can't throw the football, apparently. Let's move Vernon Davis. Let's give him an in route. All right, I may have to hit that. I got him open. No! I had him open. Oh. I had X open and I couldn't hit it. We got to go for it. We're down by 1, fourth quarter, 4th and 20, though. I've got to get this ball off no matter what. And the pressure came, but there is a flag. Oh, it's a safety. Duh. The pressure came too quick. I didn't have a chance to even think. And we're going to end up losing the football game 19-16, which is not the worst result in the world. Feely went 20 of 44, 45% completion percentage is gross, 234 yards, no touchdowns, and 2 picks. I threw one of them, but he threw another one. Ricky Williams, 14 attempts, 66 yards. Vernon Davis had a decent game. Chambers had a decent game. Zach Thomas had a decent game with 8 tackles. Jason Taylor had a sack. But it's just, I mean, that's the kind of performance that I figured out this whole season would be. But, I mean, going 8 wins already, I mean, if we win one more game, we're going to be better than what we did last season. So, I don't know what's going to happen. All right, so we're back here in the playoff screen. We're still the 5th seed, but I haven't simulated yet. So I think that I will simulate this week to get to week 16, and then we'll find out. We'll end the video on what spot we have in the playoffs. If we have a spot in play, we may have fallen out of it, depending on how the Jets have played. All right, so we lost to them. That's fine, I guess. We have fallen out of the playoffs. The Titans have taken our spot. The Chargers taken our spot, and the Patriots have taken our spot. So we have fallen out at 8-6. So if we want to make the playoffs, we're going to have to win these next 2 games. That's going to be interesting to see. But that'll be for the next episode. And in the next episode will be the offseason. So I will, before that video, I'll simulate week 16, and then we'll start the video on week 17, and then we'll just simulate there and then keep that going from there. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure to smash that like button, hit the notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya!